Okay, so I watched last night's episode of Chucky, right? And I had to go and watch other reviews as if it was just me, 'cause maybe I took it too personal. Maybe, and it wasn't just me. The general consensus is Lexi's got to go. Like, yeah, she's got to go. We'll get to that. Some spoilers, not just minor spoilers. This is Chucky season two, or Chucky season one, episode two, a review. And this episode, there's a lot of references to Halloween, not just the holiday, but Halloween, the franchise. More specifically, the first two. Like it begins with a young Chucky dressed as a clown, not unlike a young Mikey in the OG Halloween. And young Chucky finds a razor blade in his apple and just bites right into it. I was like, oh, and that within itself is a reference. Halloween 2, in the hospital, there's a kid with a razor blade in his mouth. But I think it's also a reference to that urban legend, like when you get, like, you check your candy, or have your guardian parents check your candy for razor blades. Like it's only happened one time, 40 some years ago, and that guy did it to his own son. But still, a good idea to check that candy if you go trick or treating. So it's a reference to that, and it comes back later on. That's pretty cool. It's in the trailer, it's not a spoiler. But yeah, speaking of in the trailer, while I love the kill in this, like I really did, I wish it wasn't in the trailer. It's the dishwasher kill. It was so good. Like so good. In the aftermath of it, with the lead character questioning Chucky, it was hilarious. Like Chucky's just like, it wasn't me. Who the fuck else was it? It's just funny conversation between the two. And Chucky had me laughing the whole fucking episode. You thought that simply seeing the first episode was this. Imagine the whole episode is that basically. It's awesome. Like yeah, man. And this one you get a lot more the relationship between Chucky and this lead. Love their conversations. You start to see like this is where we start to see Chucky trying to get him to come over to his side. Always talking about some people deserve it. Some people have it coming. And he's all like, "No, I'm not a killer." But then Lexi, we'll get there. And yeah, and so the and then after this, like you see at the school, one of the bullies apologizes to this kid, and immediately I'm like, I saw Carrie. I know where this is going because he invites me to a party. I'm like, okay, like I wouldn't trust this. And when you get to the party, yeah, he throws him in the closet with the dude he likes, and put him in something called 7 minutes from hell. Last I checked, it was 7 minutes from heaven, but again, not been in middle school in 20 years, so but yeah. So I don't know if I believe his apology because he's supposed to be laughing when he does that, when he throws him in the closet. Yeah, and like, like you see the other dude's mother kind of questioning him about the relationship, because he was at the assembly when Chucky was, saying all that stuff. So she's a cop, so that's her natural ability. And at this party, which our lead didn't want to go to, I can't remember his name by the way. That's why I keep saying our lead. Our lead didn't want to go to, like right down to, like when he missed his lift, his Uber, because his cousin left without him, obviously. And like the Uber driver, by the way, is Don Mancini. He pulled an Alfred Hitchcock on us. So yeah, and the Uber left, and his uncle and aunt are like, "Oh damn, you missed your Uber. Wants to take you?" And he's like, "Nah, I want to go anyway." And then he goes to his room and you hear him real loud go, "Fuck!" You know, like where's Chucky? Where's Chucky? He's like, "Now I have to go to the party." That's usually how I feel when I gotta go to a party. I'm not really a big party kind of person. A get together's fine. A party, that's not my thing. So he goes to the party to try to warn the bully girl, Lexi, who had the fucking nerve to tell her mother, who, by the way, I forgot to mention before, played by her actual mother, who herself was an actress. So that whole family, they're actors. She tells her mother about the assembly. They're there. So it's like, well, he bullied me. What is that? I'm like, what have you been doing? And then what she does minutes later at the party, because she's building up her costume. Like what is it? That's part of it. Like she keeps building up. It's going to be a surprise and all this. And when it's revealed, I got so pissed off. Like like she's dressed as this kid's father, his dead father, when he's getting electrocuted. She's even doing the whole, you know. And I'm like, wow. I thought it was me because this time last year, I too lost my dad. I was in a similar headspace. Didn't want to be around nobody. Didn't want to talk to nobody. The very last thing I want to see, even now, is somebody making fun of my dead dad. Like, no, no. Like, I do everything in my power to not get violent, but that shit, okay? Like, the hell, somebody's getting an ass whooping doing that. You know, it was such a disgusting act to see. She went from heel to monster heel. Now, some of you know, a heel is a bad guy, face, good guy. You know, baby face, really good guy. You know, monster heel is somebody, you don't just hate him as a character, you hate it, you know? And they were really big in the 80s where they could do that. Not like today, where a fan could look on their phone like, oh, hey, Charlotte Flair, look her up, and oh, one of the biggest sweethearts in WWE. Like, monster heels are really a thing now. But she was treading those monster heel waters. Like, I wanted redemption for her, but I don't even know now. Like, you see it when she's doing it, she has this look on it for a brief moment. She exchanges a look with the lead character, but then goes right back to doing it. Like, she made this kind of weird face. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck her problem is, but that was low. And the fan base agrees. Lexi's got to go. Like, I don't care if it's Chucky, Tiffany, Glenn, or Glinda, which they reference in this. Chucky references his gender fluid kid, so bring them back. Feed them, feed Lexi them. Like, she's got to go at this point, you know? Fuck her, man. Fuck her. Just wow. And I like when she's with dude's cousin and they're trying to, I guess, fuck. And the dude's not into it. And she even says, no, you're doing that wrong. Let us go. Like, and he's like, can we just hug? And Chucky's steady. He's under the bed trying to stab him. And they keep moving out of the way. Pretty cool. But yeah, this feeds into theories. Like, I had a brief thoughts when I watched the pilot. I'm like, is the cousin closeted? And this kind of feeds that theory. Maybe that's why he's a dick to his cousin, because he's out and proud and able to do that, especially now, and the cousin is not. So, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, and you see Chucky playing video games. Like in the trailer, you saw him playing video games with the kid, the young girl. Like in the assembly, like it zoomed right up on her when Chucky was doing this thing. Like she was a complete awe. And now they're playing video games. I couldn't identify the system. I thought it was a PS5 controller, but looked at mine and nope, it's not it. So they're playing video games and Chucky's doing this thing, you know. I'm gonna go kill your sister. You know the line from the trailer. But there's more. Because the girl keeps talking about her mother and Chucky's like, Mommy's back on the way up my list pretty fucking quick. You know, and as he kind of turns like, huh? But goes back to the game. They were adorable. They were adorable. And so at the end, finally, Chucky's talking to our lead again, and he's like, what'd I tell you? Some people deserve it. And he hands him the knife. And he gets a look in his eyes like, you know. And earlier on, he said he's going to make her feel like, and earlier on, he said he's going to make her feel what it's like to be hurt, so, and it could be him. Again, I wouldn't care. Fuck Lexi, you know. It was a really good episode. Even the opening credits were pumpkins and knives, you know, as in pumpkins and knives. This is awesome. Just really awesome. Good episode. Thank you for watching.